Hi guys. There. Well, been a while. I've been most of the free time these past few weeks have been devoted to my computer. I've been playing Skyrim. So anyway, back in a minute. I'm gonna collect something. Sorry. That was... yeah. Nothing important. So, as all of you know, this is a Warhammer Dreadnought. This is the snapkit version. Used a bit of evergreen plastics to cover up the big hole here, and as you can see, they're space wolves. I took the standard unit from a box I have over here. I think you guys can figure out. Do it like this instead. So, Assault on Black Reach. And I have one, two to go. So might as well take them out of the box. And we put you back on the pedestal. And of course it did. Sorry for the wobbly. And be very wobbly today. There we go. These two are bought out of the box, so they are not snap kits. Quite a few pieces. I have misplaced the bottom piece for this one, so I might make a new one. Just take, depending on what size looks okay, I might just take one of these, drill a hole between the feet and stick it on there. So it's going to look like something like that, except might drill it so it stands about that high. And I've drilled out the... This looks like a flamethrower, so that's what I'm going by. Unit's name is Bane. Not reference to Batman. I might put a... I am going to put up a few photos of this one on the forum. Which is Scale Modded Addicts. Or something that sounds like that anyway. Scale Modded Addicts. That's the name. Let's see, is this one too big? Yeah, you see it's too big. Put it over here. And I bought a new project box where I can store some of my tools. Currently my Condor is occupying this one. And the reason why I'm using a latex glove on my left is going to be apparent in a few minutes, so bear with me. Now obviously I'm going to have to do a bit of touch-up paint on this. Now, this one down. I might just take a piece of straw or something and glue on the inside here. Because as it's now, you just need to pry these things apart. And you see where I'm drilling the holes. Let's check here. Whoops. And now I glue down the feet. I don't think I need to add anything on the inside. Well, maybe something. Well, maybe. Painted the rivets. Steel color. All of them I can find. I see now I'm gonna have to paint this skull on the back side here. Painted the panel lines with a darker color with the Imperial primer actually. The metal parts are painted with a with the old gunmetal that I actually added. I darkened it down a bit because I didn't want that glossy shine to it. So I just added ordinary black paint. So this is, say, 95% complete. I need to do some touch up back here and touch up these two and paint the skull. After that, this thing is finished. So I know it's not a standard Space Wolf Dreadnought, but it was the closest thing I could get, so. Now, these two I'm going to prime, or, well, prime the pieces. I don't know if I'm going to paint them with spray paint from can, or if I'm going to do in the paint booth, or I'm going to do it by hand. So I got three options. The paint booth works, but the paint, what you call it, has, well, it and I am having an argument right now. Don't want to work the way I do, or I would want it to do. Now, this thing is obviously, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a 3D model, and if I give you a size comparison here, just a second. You know what I'm talking about. So this is obviously a Dreadnought that some, I wouldn't say idiot, but crazy person printed out on his 3D printer at home. some pieces are more glossy than others. That's because I added ordinary glue to strengthen them a bit. And the next step is I'm gonna sand them down a bit and put on half a ton of model filler. And I've already done that with the, let's see, that's the left side, I think. No, wrong way. There. And that's the right side. Now there is a bit of, they are a bit wobbly, so what I'm going to do is, there, I'm going to mix green stuff and put a worm around here and then press it down. Hopefully, or rather hope, it sticks for a while. Then I'm gonna take my clamp here and hopefully this works. And then I'm gonna clamp the hell out of it. And that actually gives it somewhat fair look. So either I guess I can see now I can work with 3 sides here. I can work with all the sides except this one because, well, these are in the way. So, where do we have that one? This thing is supposed to be this contraption, but well, he got a few of the dimensions wrong, so he dumped this project onto me, told me if you want to build it, go ahead, if you don't, throw it in the garbage. Well, I'm not gonna throw it out. I'm going to try and salvage this, but it's gonna be a bit of a work, so one of the steps are, if you take a look here, these shapes go up about halfway. On this it's up to about 75%, so I need to cut them down a great deal, so I might not just grind off down to the bottom and rebuild this completely. And okay, my knife and well, my knife skills aren't the best, but I managed to make a Space Wolf symbol that fits this scale. Before it had a blood angel mark on this side, so I carved that off and put on some filler and grinded it down. was glued on before I put on the filler, but I pried it off, so I'm gonna re-glue it. And yeah. It was quite easy to make this. I rescaled an image in Microsoft Publisher and printed out about 8 copies. I have a few more than I needed in case I screwed up something. So the first one I made the circle. The second I cut out the entire face. And the third I cut out the imprint of the fur behind on the neck here. Didn't quite get the exact finish as on the original. If you compare these two, I had removed a few of the spikes on the fur, and the see here, yeah, the fur on this one is lower than the face, so I should have done the other way around. I should have carved out the entire fur, more or less made now, and well, I think people understand what I meant. Because the fur is about 0.5 millimeter, and the bottom with the fur and the face is 1 millimeter, so it's actually whoops, I think I used part of this for the face. It's an old cockpit model. Anyway, this is obviously the grip. And there. Look, something like that. That one. And there we have. There. Now, when I have this finished, every joint will be glued down, even these, so I won't be able to twist it. This is just to be able to center the piece on the well, it's a guide pin to center. So that's what I'm gonna do for a few weeks. Space Marine vehicle here. It used to be a Chaos version, but I'm doing all of my Space Marine vehicles to Space Wolves, so and this is actually a prism from a Necron obelisk, or whatever you want to call it. This is a Dark Eldar Raider. Finishing up. So I'm gonna put down a bit more gray color, and then I'm gonna touch up the panel lines here. Other than that, well, you just have to stay tuned. Bye. Yep. That's all, folks.